Our movement is affected when we have experienced sexual trauma. It may seem like a strange thing to say, but because we have moved into a place of body disassociation, then we're not truly in our body. I remember realizing, that sudden realization that I was walking down the street, but I wasn't in the walking. It was almost a mechanical thing that I was out and beyond the walking and not in the sensation, in the movement of walking. Many clients have expressed to me the same, that they cannot feel their feet. And it's because we are not truly in our body. We've moved into a place of body disassociation because the body appears to be a painful place to live, to exist, to be, that we're not actually aware of the sensation of movement. We're not actually in our movement. I'm going to suggest that you start by simply noticing how your feet soften to the ground in just one, maybe two steps. Do you allow your foot to actually soften and yield and connect with the ground? Because when we do that, there is actually a rising of support from the ground that meets our foot, that enables a sense of support in our root, in our body, and in our movement to be able to take the next step. Some people, we are walking with a plod or a hardening or not really a meeting of the ground. So this is simply for you to play with. This is what it means with walking meditation. People think that walking meditation is to walk and to be silent and to be present to the walking. But it literally means to be able to be in the sensation of one's foot meeting the ground and how the ground supports the foot, the body, the leg to then be able to take the next step. This is also how we learn to walk with babies, which is why we see a baby putting their foot down and maybe there's a little wobble, and then there's almost like the body reaches out the leg, the foot, and takes another step, and that foot really yields into the ground, meets the ground, knows it's supported to the ground, can feel the ground rising up and meeting, so it can take the next step. And just by taking these time to begin to feel at ease in one's own movement, you'll find that the rest of the body will start to aliven and waken up to the sensation of movement. And suddenly you are not walking down the street, you are in the walking down the street, which is a completely different experience of one's own body and our movement.